Welcome to the Feminine Wave. Today's episode will be focusing on conscious abundance, real prosperity. Our discussion will be about career, mindset, finances, abundance, and prosperity. And she is a geologist, business mentor, and inner goddess activator. She's a mom of a beautiful pigeon pair and spends her days coaching women around the world. Special, beautiful woman, Prathisha Singh, who is business mentor and inner goddess activator at Ultimate Bounce Back. So welcome.
Thank you, Tara. It's so amazing to be here with you and in your beautiful energy. I absolutely love sharing this time and space with you and this incredible micro movement, I dare say, that you've
Yes.
created. I've seen it grow and grow and grow, and I see you on Instagram, and it's just incredible. You've
Oh,
taken this
thanks.
so far, and
Yeah.
it's just something that I really want to be part of as well.
Oh, thank you. Well, I think it's so much. We talked briefly before we started filming how, we're both all in, both feet.
Yeah. That's it, you know? It's almost like we wait for this permission slip in life. And I think we finally reach a point in life where you're like, I'm in. I'm done.
Mhm.
I'm not waiting for anybody and I'm all
Mhm.
in.
Yeah, yeah. And also for me, it was like, well, it's a choice, right?
Absolutely.
I was
Absolutely.
watching a show the other day, and this grandmother was talking to the granddaughter, and she goes, "Life is a series of choices."
100%. I can't agree with that more. But also in saying that, I mean, I speak about standards and choices and make a decision all the time. And I've been in this business for like 7 years now. And the other day, literally like the other day, was the first time that I allowed my parents to watch a training of mine.
Ooh, wow.
The first time. And it's because I've been talking about stop hiding and, get out there and put yourself out there and put your work out there. And they were here on holiday. And usually, if they're here or any family's here, I will never plan or schedule a live training. And I said, no, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do it. And when I came downstairs, they were there, and I, hand trembling over the mouse pad, I was like, hey, Dad, check this out. And he came and he watched it, and he was laughing and he was entertained by the stories. And my PA was here at the time, and she says, wow, he can't take his eyes off your work. And I was like, what? And my mom was like, oh, I'm so proud of you. And can you believe I'm a freaking grown ass woman? And for 7 fucking years of my life, I kept it a secret from my parents,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And now I was telling you about the sales challenge that I'm doing, and so happened that the headline was from best kept secret to boldest cash month or whatever. And I'm like, oh, look at you.
Well, I
Right?
believe we teach what we need to learn.
I'm telling you, a hundred
And
percent.
right. And I'm just curious, I want to ask you, so what kept you from, from sharing this with them? Were you afraid
Well,
they're going to judge you? Did you feel ashamed? I'm just curious because I know people
yeah,
out there
yeah,
have the same feeling. So
yeah.
please share.
And you, of all people, have worked with me like many, many moons ago, right? And
Yes.
so you know that I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And you also see me online, like I show up like, I got
All
the
the time. I can't get on and not see you is basically the truth.
literally, right? Literally.
Hmm.
What kept it? Okay, so I was a former geologist, right?
Right.
So growing up in a traditional family, you go to university, you get a degree, you get a postgraduate, you work in corporate, you working 9 to 5, you know the story.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my God, what are they going to think of me? Like, they're going to think life coaching is like, what is that? Like, what does she do? She didn't
Uh,
study psychology. So, like, what is she doing? And business coaching, well, we didn't send her to marketing and sales school. So, what is she doing with her life? And it was all about what will they think? And I can't disappoint them. And they will judge me. And they will never understand this. They
Mhm.
just will not understand this. And actually, truth be told, my dad is currently conquering cancer.
Mm.
So on top of my growth and decisions, and I'm showing up and I'm going all in. Actually, I'm going all in because I actually put real skin in the game and made an investment that I've never made that much money before.
Right.
So I literally cashed out an investment and I've invested in my business like crazy. So I've put in full skin in the game. So
Yeah.
coming from that place, I'm all about, come on, people, let's show up, let's do the work, let's be all in. And from the other side was my dad conquering prostate cancer. And so I've been very much involved in my parents' lives. And a
Hmm.
reflection on myself also was like, well, do you want to show up as that person who doesn't give your dad all the information because you have a shitload of information that could help him? The way he
Right.
thinks, the way he heals his
Oh,
cells, the
yeah.
way his energy feels,
Hmm.
all the stuff that we've learned. Like I've learned this work for 20 years. I started when I was 20.
Hmm.
And I said, are you really going to hold back? And so I started actually coaching my dad through voice notes on WhatsApp. And like, what are you feeling? And we'll allow the emotions in. And this doesn't work for me. And I started speaking to all his fears and showing him my work in that way. So it started from there and then this training. And now I think it's like just like full blown, I'm in,
Yeah.
you
So,
know?
yeah, and it's funny. Why do we hold this from the dearest people in our lives,
I
right?
don't know.
Who we, if we, if we don't cure whatever they have, at least, they've got a new lease on life and what their life looks like now, teaching them there's joy in every moment, and all of those things. I know I got those messages too. And I'm sure every woman watching this has gotten those messages too. So, I mean, if you didn't, you're a small percentage of us. But
There's a lot of us. I know there's a lot
there
of us.
are, and we're growing. And yeah, so yeah, and
But that's the whole evolution of the woman, right? There is no end point, and I know
no.
more than you, and you know more than me. It's such this incredible co-creation that we're all in together.
Hmm.
And that's what I love, and that's my focus at the moment. And that's actually why I asked you, can I come and talk, chat with you on this? Because
Yes.
for me, it's just all about just opening up and sharing and growing together and evolving.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
think, and I think when you prioritize that, everything else kind of follows. All the success that we crave, and I mean, the finances that we want, I think it all follows it when we just more heart and life force.
Well, and allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. Because this
Yeah,
takes a lot of courage here to do this and to
it
speak
does.
our truth, right?
It
And
does.
I was talking the other day in one of our lives that um, vulnerability is a strength,
Definitely.
right? But we look at it and yes, the word vulnerable means you might have to be transparent and share some things that you're afraid you're going to be judged on. But you know what? That's when the real juice comes, especially in
Definitely.
relationship, whether you're a colleague, your romantic relationship, or, interviewer and guest, right?
Whatever the dynamic. And that's
Yeah. Your
so
children.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I think when we're not vulnerable, we're more in avoidance. And
Oh,
I actually wrote a book, The Ultimate Guide to Bounce Back Higher, and it had not a single personal story in it. I had
oh,
convinced myself that I
okay.
was a reader that
Hmm.
didn't want to read any sad stories.
Hmm.
Now I'm the one that's like sharing every story on the planet. I did this with my son and I did that because that's the language of the subconscious. It's how we speak, right? It's why kids love storytelling. And it's
Right.
why tribes from 100,000 years ago, shared their lessons in story. And now I see it and I love it. I absolutely love it. And I go back and think, oh my God, can you believe I wrote a book with not a single story in it?
Hmm.
And I said to myself, oh, I don't want to burden people with my traumas and my sad stories.
But
Yeah,
well, but that's how we relate to you. Because we
that's
have
it.
something, it's like, oh, well, God, if she did that, I can definitely do this. Or, it's you're being supportive without even knowing it. Because people are
100%.
connecting with you, and something, a challenge you overcame or not. I mean, I go through challenges. I don't necessarily overcome them. They just look a little different.
Yes, exactly. They just transform and evolve from
Mhm.
one to the next. I mean, that's the ebb
Mhm.
and flow of life, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, and it's, and this has been kind of a topic, I don't know what they say, but like, people on social media, have to be perfect. They only show the perfect pictures and then this and then that. It's like, no, we
I
need more
think,
than that.
truth, Bob, I think everyone's sick and tired of that, in
Right. We're real
like the
people.
yeah, and in the business coaching industry, people say, "Oh, that's so 2021 and in 2026 we're different. We're sharing personal content and nobody cares about your Ferraris and your private jets." And people can't even relate to that a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
want to know how you woke up and you cried because you had a failed launch and how you got back up 2 days later and you did it all over again and it worked. They
Mm-hmm.
want to hear that. What did you change? What did you grow? How did you do it?
Yeah, yeah. There was a little girl, this was many years ago because I was on the Ellen show, Ellen DeGeneres. She was a comedian and then she had a talk show and she had this little girl on and I don't know if she danced, but she did something. And Ellen asked her, well, what happened? What do you do if you fall down? The girl goes, oh, I get back up.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's
And it's the
that
same
simple.
it's the same story with a toddler trying to walk, right? A baby trying to walk. They never give up. They don't even have it in their wiring that
Mhm,
I'm not going to get this right, or this is
mhm,
never going to happen for me, or
mhm.
this is not going to work today. They just keep on getting up. And they do it again and again and again. And that's what they say actually defines true success, right? I mean,
Right,
Michael Jordan wasn't born with a basketball in his hand.
right.
Oprah had a million rejections. J.K. Rowling's story, she was rejected a million times writing out of a freaking restaurant, right?
And people like Jack Canfield, same thing.
Exactly. The stories are endless. If we could just tell ourselves these stories every day, we'd be great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why
You
things
know?
like this are so popular because then people can, see what, other people are doing and how we're doing it and all the skill and the knowledge you have to share with us. So, I got a couple of questions,
You're going
even
to
though
pick
I'm
my
loving
brain.
all of this.
I can see it.
In my pen, because sometimes I think of something else while you're talking. Um,
Yeah.
so I love the name of your company, Ultimate Bounce Back. And I know you've had that business for a little while, but I it's changed somewhat, right?
Evolved. It's
Yes, thank
evolved.
you. Evolve. Very good. I love that. I'm writing that word down. Anyhow, so tell me about what you're doing. Um, and if you could share within that, some challenges or some situations that you overcame along the way, so to speak, if you have any of
Definitely.
those in there. So,
Yes,
yeah.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I did have Ultimate Bounce Back, which was a life coaching business. It was a bounce back kind of thing. And it evolved literally through my clients because what do you know? I was working with goddesses that wanted to create businesses and show up online,
Mm-hmm.
just like Tara, actually.
Just like me.
Yes. And it happened multiple times over and over.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was very knowledgeable on this because my husband had a heart attack at 34. I had a 1 year old and a 4 year old at the time. And at that point, I was just that I had given up my geology career for motherhood. And so I was just in a place where life is good. I don't need more. I'm happy with what I have. And until he had this heart attack. And then I started looking at numbers. As I say it to people, I did some math in the hospital with the freaking fluorescent lights and the beeping of the machines. And I realized actually we were in debt. We were in major tax debt because it was just after COVID.
Uh,
And I'm actually the financial director of the company now because I literally took over, implemented all the marketing and sales like my life depended on it. And we grew that business from a team of one to a team of two, a team of 12, sorry. And we moved house and we literally income catapulted and all these things because it also needed that feminine woman's touch. It also needed me to be an adult, right? And look at the freaking numbers and look at the spreadsheets because I wasn't doing it. I was clueless.
yeah.
And that was the first change for me. And I saw the success in his business and I was like, wow, I can do this and I can help so many women because I'm always a womanite. I'm always passionate about helping women and giving them choice.
Hmm.
And that was my learning. And that's what I teach everyone now is that as crass as this may sound, like I'd rather cry in my Mercedes, I believe that women deserve choices.
Hmm.
Choices of coaching, choices of guidance. If you
Hmm.
don't have all of that when life knocks you down, it's tough. It's
Hmm.
really, really tough.
Hmm.
I deserve that. I believe that every woman, that's actually my mission more and more nowadays, that every single woman has to be resilient because lives. And money is just a tool. It's
Hmm.
just a tool, but it allows you to go away for 2 weeks when you need to. It
Right.
allows you to take time from work when you need to. It
Hmm.
allows you to take care of yourself, do the healing work. All of that is a privilege. And
Hmm.
sometimes I think we forget that in this industry, that we get to do this. It's
Right.
such a privilege that so many women don't have.
Right. And it's so fulfilling. And I mean, I'm feeling it right now. You know,
Good.
and it is a privilege. And I mean, and just like you, I have a passion for, and I say empowering women to, be whoever they want to be. And yes,
Yeah.
it's a choice.
Yeah. But it's
And
because you've also been on the other side of it.
absolutely, and you've come through it,
Yes.
right?
Yes. And we are those powerful women that come through it and we can't help but want to share it and want to help and want to make a difference.
Well, it's even like you find a great shampoo.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're that's just natural in most women. I guess I can't say all, but I would like to say most women, or at least women I know.
Yes.
I find something new, I'm going to tell all my girlfriends, and then if they like it, they tell all their girlfriends, and vice versa. And it's just so natural for us.
Well, that brings me to the point of environment, right? Like we choose everything, we choose our environment. And that's why I love communities like this with such a passion. Because, well, have you heard of the slipstream effect? I'm going to be a bit nerdy on you here.
It sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you what it is.
So it's been coming up a lot in my work, and my son and I did a hike, and my son is 11, so he's my height already. Not that I'm the tallest, but and he plays regional squash. He's a squash player, so he's fit as a
Awesome.
fiddle. And so he competes with me a lot because we're like the same size, okay? And I'm also very competitive. So we push each other and shove each other around on this hike. And eventually I said to him, listen, you can't walk next to me. You need to overtake me if you want to go ahead. And he says, oh no, I think I'll just stay here in the slipstream. And I said to him, how do you know what's the slipstream? It's been coming up in all my work recently. How do
Mhm.
you know what that is? And he says, Mum, I've been playing racing games since I was like 4. I know what the slipstream is. Now, the slipstream is when two race cars are racing or two cyclists, and the one is hanging behind because literally he can keep the same speed as the one in front at a 40% less effort.
Interesting.
Yes, it's a physics phenomenon. So I'm not going to go in the detail of that, but it's a physics phenomenon to do with the
Okay.
movement. It's
Okay.
called the slip stream. So if you're following someone that's making what you're making in life, in all aspects of their life, it doesn't have to be finances, but it could be, you
Right.
will literally be putting in 40% less effort. That is the
Interesting.
importance scientifically of your
Right.
environment.
Right.
Yes. So you want to be around the people, the women making it. And that's why these communities like these are
Right.
priceless. And I think more and more people are learning it now. Because
Hmm.
I mean, with ChatGPT out there and Claude and Google, we have an endless source of information. Now we're all looking for connection, leadership,
Hmm.
a hand to hold, literally. And that's
Hmm.
what like your community does. And so if you're wondering why did Prathisha want to come on here again, Prathisha's in a whole new space, loving this more than ever. This is what I'm like. I think it's my next level of leadership
Sure.
that's wanting to be like.
Absolutely. Sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I think that comes with also maturity and evolution. My favorite word is currently evolution. I have by the way, my high level program is called Evolve.
Okay, there you go.
So I say evolve and evolution a lot
Okay.
because that's truly what I believe in now. I believe in build the woman, build the wealth, and then build the business. Whereas before I would tell you business, 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 you know?
Mm. Well, as it all starts here with me,
Exactly.
right?
Yes,
And
definitely.
then when I'm confident and I can acknowledge myself, the voices out there,
They
those
don't matter.
naysayers, right? You just kind of end up blocking them out. And even if, one comes and says something, it's like, yeah, no,
Not
I know
really.
better,
No.
right? I know
Exactly.
better. Yeah.
It's like it
Yeah.
ricochets off you, right? It just
Mhm.
bounces off. You're like,
Right. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
actually, no, not for me. But also, that power comes when we hold our own emotions, when we sit with it. And that comes
Oh,
with,
yeah. Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
when we can hold ourselves. Then it's like, who cares what you think? Good for you.
Right. Well, and kind of like what you did with your folks. You finally had the courage. Well, and I love how you work with your dad and, about that. And that's just fabulous, fabulous. So, but yeah, it starts with us, me, you, and yeah, I don't, we know we came here for something big and something
Yeah,
more than us.
definitely. And I think we have to follow that path. And so, what I like to say today I came up with a lot of things, Tara. It's actually all been quite a lot today.
Okay.
So today I said, I think I'm not sure if I posted it yet, but you may see it. And
Yeah.
I said that your business has two main aspects, right? And the blood of your business is sales, because if you don't have sales, you don't have a business.
Hmm.
And the heart of your business is your life force. So they are
Yes.
so intrinsically connected. You can't pick one apart and pick the other apart.
Mhm.
And a lot of the time, we're always in this battle because we know we need our energy, we need our frequency, we need our spirituality, we need our life force, we need to feel alive. In today's world, people are so numb. They're looking for people that are alive, right?
Mhm.
It's our job to bring that aliveness.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it's our job to take that and do a sales activity, like show up for your business, grow it, expand it. And I think a lot of the time we caught between the two,
Mm. Okay.
right? But it's
Mhm.
like, get the life force. Yes, be excited. Yes, have this mission and this emotion that we spoke about now. We did that whole side of it, right? Because it's so
Right.
heart led, it's so easy for
Mhm.
that part to come out. And it's
Mhm.
like, and take it and then show up in the world with it,
Mhm. Mhm.
pass it on.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Don't keep it a
Yeah.
secret, right?
That's it.
Right?
Yes. Don't keep it a secret.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We want to share everything that we've learned, and I probably have a really crazy, vision of what I would love the world to look like, and I probably won't go there today. But, it's, much more people are satisfied, and especially, and, women, we play such a big role in that
Definitely. Well, a lot
because
of us are moms also.
our what?
Are moms.
Oh,
A
sure.
lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
us are moms, right? Like
Mhm,
I was sitting at the dinner table with my 11-year-old son the other day, and I said, if everybody could just focus on themselves,
mhm,
just what you want, what do you need? What do you need to grow? What do you need for your body? What do you need to do today? And not worry about the other five other people sitting at the table. I think we'll be in a much better world.
mhm, mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
I think we'll be in a world of growth and expansion and
Sure. Yeah.
love, a lot more love, because like we said, it all starts with love for the self, right? And if you actually focused on yourself and bettered yourself and grew yourself and built yourself,
Mhm.
it would be an epic world.
Oh, I am a proponent of that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So we all know it comes from here, but I know you've got three keys, you've got some really, great, stuff going on. And so, um, what does it actually take to build a business? Can you give us some tidbits
Yes.
on that, please?
So I like to simplify it, right? Because as much as we're all for love and divinity and
Mhm.
femininity, I think women like it simplified. And I think some of the time we don't realize that. So I think that the three key levers that will actually make the biggest difference in your business is if you looked at three things, and that was your offers. So your products, what are you selling? What are you
Mhm.
offering?
Mhm.
Your audience, so that's who are you selling to and the people.
Mhm.
I'm just going to explain it first, tell you, and then we'll dive in. And then the third one is actually the pathway. Like how do they hit pay? How do they find you?
Mhm.
Right? And
Mhm.
we're going to dive deep into that one because that one is actually
Okay.
one of the key levers, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so we'll start with the offers. So a key mistake I see a lot of people doing, and I used to do this in the beginning as well, is we will separate our offers for different people. So, example, the first one would be, oh, she's at rock bottom. So, this offer is for a client that's 100% at rock bottom. She's struggling to get out of bed. Then the next offer would be, okay, so my next tier offer is for somebody that's now learned from their rock bottom, they've transformed, and now they want to take it to the next level. So, that's a different client. And then my third client would be, oh, okay, so now you are wanting to create an empire because now you've transformed, you've hit rock bottom, you've got a few clients, and now you want to take it to the next level. But those are three different clients, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that's very difficult in your messaging because you are talking to three different women, right?
Mhm.
In
Mhm.
a simpler way, it's like talking to a mom with a toddler. It's like talking to a mom with a teenager. And it's like talking to a mom who's now got empty nest syndrome. Her
Mhm.
kids have left.
Right.
Again, three very different places in life.
Mhm.
So the first thing with offers is simplify it. If you want people to move in from one tier to the next, as we do, then we want to be speaking to the same person throughout.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the messaging that we're talking to and about needs to be applicable for all the offers. Now that simplifies your life in this massive way because you're not creating all the time. You're not
Right.
creating something different all the time.
Mhm.
And it cements it within yourself and within your own energy that
Mhm.
this is what you're doing and this is who you're selling to. She's your person, right?
Right.
So the way I like to see it is it's the same body of work. Like I come here and I'm doing this thing with you, I'll be saying the same thing that I'm saying in my highest level mastermind. Like
Mhm.
you can't change your body of work. It's who you are and it's
Right.
what you're here to share, right?
Right.
And I've experienced this with other mentors before where I've spent $37 and I've spent 3,700 and I've spent 10,000. And you literally hear the same stories because they can't change their stories. And you literally hear the same teaching because they can't change the teaching, right? Which is why free things are very, very valuable. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
But um, so the way I see it is that you're going to the same destination. So we're all going to Egypt. You're either flying economy or you're flying business class or you're flying first class. The thing
Mhm.
that changes is the proximity in coaching and teaching. It's
Mhm.
how much time do you spend with me? Can I answer your one-on-one questions? Your
Right.
specific questions, making it more and more specific to you. Like in first class, I'm sure you get meals that are very specific to you and your taste buds and what you
Oh, and you
like
get
compared.
champagne and
And you get the champagne and all the stuff, right? All the
yeah.
tidbits and extra things. So
Yes.
that's the way I like to see it with your offers. In the
Mm.
simplest way, make that change and your offers will be a different story. Because one day you're not talking to this person and the next day you're talking to that person. And then everyone's confused about who you're talking to.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's offers, right?
Can I
Then you go,
can I ask
yes,
a question on the offers?
yes,
So is this what you help people develop then, or
yes,
okay,
100%.
okay,
Yes, yes.
okay,
Or
audience.
yes, definitely. So we
Okay.
talk to what when people work with me, we talk to what's their gifts. And
Mhm.
my zone of genius is opening you up to possibility. So the
Mhm.
other day I spoke to a woman on a sales call and she left corporate and she was doing home baking industries, right?
Okay.
And I said to her, like, okay, but who do you plan on selling this to? And she says, oh, yeah, but it's really organic food and it's really healthy. And I actually don't think that the neighboring people around me are into that stuff. And I said
Mhm.
to her, but what about the corporate people that you worked with? She said, oh, yeah, when I worked there, I used to do some tea stuff for them and I used to do lunches and I used to do this and that. So I'm like, So you haven't reached out to them. But this is what women carry, because I carried this shame also in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
If you left corporate, you wouldn't want to go back and say, "Oh, I'm doing life coaching now." And for her it was, "Oh, I'm doing baking now." She's
Mm-hmm.
like, they would judge her. They think that's too simple. And I said, no,
Mm-hmm.
you can actually create an freaking massive company with this because
Mm-hmm.
corporate moms know this knowledge. They know about healthy food and organic food. And
Mm-hmm.
they would love it if somebody could do this for their kids every night for dinner or even twice a week for dinner because they can't do it. And they carry mom guilt because they leave at the crack of dawn and they're
Right.
back in the
Yeah.
evening. I mean, I was there, I know.
I
So I
know.
was like, and she was like, you also, exactly. And she was
Mm-hmm.
like blown away because she just never thought of it. And sometimes that's what you need. You just need someone else's eyes on your
Right.
stuff to open you
Right.
up to that possibility.
Right. Right. Right.
Look,
Right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Because they're too close. There's a saying, but I can't remember what it is right now.
Right.
Oh, the forest through the trees, so to speak, because, we're just on the one thing. And yeah, well, yeah, and some things I've done in the past, I helped open doors, to other possibilities as well. So I know exactly what you're talking about. And yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. So that's basically that's what you're doing in your different offers, right? You
Mhm.
being more their eyes and their ears and you helping them see their blind spots and their patterns at the higher levels when you're
Mhm.
coaching them. But
Mhm.
again, we're talking to the same person, just different level, right? Just remember
Right.
economy, first class,
Right. Yeah.
right? Easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Then we're talking about audience, right? Now, I don't know about you, but have you ever bought a dress, an expensive dress, without trying it on?
Never.
Ever? Have you bought a diamond ring without trying it on?
Heavens no.
Exactly. Okay. Now there's people that will sit there on social media and be shouting out from the rooftops, "Hey, buy my highest level offer and it's 50% off today."
Okay.
That means nothing to you and me. We haven't
Right.
tried on their stuff. We don't know what their highest level offer is. We don't know what they're saying.
Mhm.
So, a myth in the industry or people shooting down other people, unfortunately, we get that in the industry as well as in any
Yeah,
other
I haven't
industry.
experienced that, but I know you say that, but maybe I'm
So that
deaf
was
to
me
that. I
until
don't
this
know.
year, right? Because I
Huh?
used to say I have that was me until this year.
Okay.
Because I used to
Okay.
say I haven't experienced that, right? But now I see it like people shooting down other people's content and people posting on other people's posts. It's nothing I dwell in or delve in. It's not for me.
It's
I
not very
just like
ethical or
make it very, it's not for me, right? So
right, right. Well, it's not, coming from integrity, you know?
not at all.
No,
And
yeah.
I think that again, environment. If you're in the right
Yes,
environment, you won't be seeing
yes.
stuff like that, right?
Right, right,
So
right.
again, environment. For me, it's just if I see it, it's like reminder, environment. And I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, wrong place, move along. So, okay, so people think or say or believe that premium buyers don't spend their time on free things or don't invest in low ticket, if you like. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not a believer of that because, like I said, I'm the one that will try on the dress.
Hmm.
Okay. It's
Okay.
like walking on a street with boutique shops and you don't know what's inside the shop. And so if someone's standing there with this big sign, again, 50% off, come and get my highest ticket thing, you don't
Mhm.
know what that is, right?
Right.
So a lot of, especially I would say premium buyers or even buyers in general, buyers generally are wired to buy. You're a buyer, I know. I'm a buyer, right? We're open to buying. We're not like closed. I'm not buying this thing. Don't sell to me. I'm not buying it. We're not like that. Okay.
You know
So
what?
we
Salespeople are the easiest people to sell. That's why that's
I
why,
think so, right? But we're
oh,
open to
absolutely.
buying. Like we don't have a cold heart about buying. We're open to
No,
buying.
no, because we
Right.
feel for the person, right?
Right.
I mean,
So
my husband could never answer the door at home, or I told him, you can never buy anything without my permission because he'll buy everything because he was in sales. Anyway,
okay, cool.
so go ahead. Sorry.
Yes. No, that's perfect. So we want to try and test on things. So we want people to test on our stuff and try on our stuff, right? And
Hmm.
that's a lot of the time is going on Instagram lives, going on Facebook lives and talking about your work and also sharing value. I
Hmm.
think that with connection and with story, you can still share a lot of value. that people can go and implement, get an aha moment, get a result, and then they will come and find you a lot of the time. You actually cut your sales process in half because you don't need to convince them anymore. They've now experienced your work. They've seen you. They've experienced your energy, right? And so when it comes to your audience, you don't just want to be shouting out stuff to them. You want to treat them with that love and respect and offer them value and change their lives with a story and make a difference. Again, coming back to who we truly are. Right? So if we step out of that, and I think you mentioned that earlier, where everything is perfection and performance, if we step out of that and show up, like sometimes I show up out of my bed, and I actually say that's one of my biggest freaking flexes, is that I can come to you from the desk of my bed, For me, that's a flex. That is a flex. I love it. I love that I get to finish up the rushing with the kids in the morning, with the school lunches and all of that. And I get to just come and lie down in my bed. And if I want to post from there, I will. And if I want to meditate from there, I will. But I just get to come back to me. Like that's a flex for me. Again, it's one of the things we get to do, right?
Yes.
And so even with your audience, like cut out all that crap about 3 spots left and 5 spots left and join today and join tomorrow, all that urgency nonsense. It's the same thing like someone shouting at you outside a boutique store, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So what you can do in that case is people also are a bit lazy and they will only take action like if the offer's closing tomorrow or if you're raising the price tomorrow. But those are the people that are already wanting to buy from you. They already love your stuff because you've done the value, you've done the talking, you've done the conversation. They're in now already. All you're doing now is letting them close the buying decision today. Like, that's it. That's different, right? So authentic urgency. None of the false lies, nonsense.
Right.
Authentic urgency. And that's how I think is the best way to relate to your audience. And if you pull that lever also, I think you build the trust, desire, belief, and connection that we're looking for. Right? And then the third one for me is pathway. And that one is a funny one because that one is how are we getting people to buy? Like for many years, I would post multiple times a day. And at the bottom of the post would be DM if you're interested. Right? Now we want to move away from that kind of stuff because we want a place where people are not scrolling every 3 to 5 seconds. That's where your longer stuff comes in, like your Instagram lives, where you could do like a 10-minute or a 15-minute. Or if you have more time, a masterclass. Or if you have more time, podcasts and collabs, where they get to experience you for longer. They get to experience your work. They get to take something and implement it, and yay, they get a result. You have their undivided attention, right?
Okay.
And then with the posting and the content as well that we're creating, all of the posts can't be a sales post. So at the end of all of them, we don't need to be DM if you're interested.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Right? We want to have just value posts where we're just sharing. We're just also just sharing our work. We're just talking about it. And then when it is a sales post, allow it to be a full sales post because at that point they walked into your store, right?
So what does that mean?
That means talk about your offer directly.
Okay.
This is the offer. This is what I have. This is what's coming up. This is what I've done for a client. You can do that in different ways. So one will be like sharing a client story. So-and-so, I worked with so-and-so. She experienced this. You can tell a client story. Okay. And you can literally put in a screenshot of a client telling you thank you and this is what happened or whatever. Of course, no names and stuff. We know that, right?
Sure.
Right. But we are allowed to do a full-on sales. That would be a full-on sales post. This is what happened. This is the result. This is the offer that I did with her. Come and work with me. This is what we're going to do. This is what's possible. And you can directly talk about your offer in that way. That is a sales post.
Okay.
That's allowed. It's perfect. It's because you're doing it like 1 in 3 posts or 1 in 4 posts. Where they already like you, they're coming to your profile, they're looking at your content, they're watching your stuff. You've built that trust, desire, connection. Okay. But when it comes to pathways, so content is one of them. And then masterclasses, I still recommend masterclasses because of the time, right? The popcorn in the oven. You're giving them more, leaving the popcorn in the oven for longer. Right? More time with you. So you're cutting all the questions out again. That's what you're doing. You're getting a chance to address all their beliefs. You're getting to chat with them about where they are right now on a one-to-many scale.
Mm-hmm.
right? But this is the same process if you use a sales call as a pathway. A
Sure.
sales call is also a very powerful pathway. You're
Mm-hmm.
connecting with them where they're at. What do
Mm-hmm.
they want? How do we get them there?
Mm-hmm.
Again, very powerful. But so the difference there is if you get your pathway right, is you have their undivided attention. And that's what we want. Right
Right.
now, I've sold low ticket offers from directly from content where people just literally DM'd, can I get the link from those sales post kind of things that we chatted about.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for more higher level, more one-on-one work, more premium work, that they need a bit more of a nurturing.
Okay.
And I
Right.
think for me, that creating that pathways where we do the free trainings, where they get to know you, they get to learn from you, I think that has been most powerful. So for me, those are the three key levers. And if you make changes, little changes in each of them, you'll see
Mm-hmm.
a massive difference.
Beautiful. So, and um, so I know that, I mean, it appears that you have a thriving online business. You've figured out, the magic or the formula,
Taken 7 years
and now you're
of
ready to
trial and
share it
error
with
and
everybody,
experiment.
right? Yeah, now you're ready to share it. Awesome. Awesome.
Literally.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I just want to go back over just tell me the names of the three keys again. So if somebody, can't write that fast. The three keys I want to are offer, right?
Offer, audience,
And pathway.
pathway. Yes.
Okay. And then some suggestions you were saying is um, doing just some value posts without asking for anything. And then if you're going to do a sales post, have it a sales post. Talk about it. Don't hide behind it. So to, don't.
And then I just want to give in one little more nugget. This
Yes.
one's massive.
Yes.
So, personal content. We want to talk about personal content. Like, instead of here are three key levers
Yeah. Yeah.
to scale your business, we're going to say, these are the three key levers I tried over the last 7 years.
Right.
And this has created an online business that works, right?
Mm.
We want to make it very personal to our experiences. So,
Oh,
even
oh,
in
sure.
right? So that would be the third type of content that I love, which is
Mm.
personal content. Your wins, your breakthroughs, your mistakes. You're allowed to share your
Right.
mistakes
Right. Right.
because we can talk about the three mistakes I made when I was trying to heal from a broken marriage,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? But
That
it's
was a long
about you.
time ago. As I think about it, it's a while back. Like I'd totally forgotten all about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you get the idea what I mean,
Yeah.
right? Again,
Yeah.
it's like we're moving away from Claude and Chat GPT kind of
Yeah.
Google searches and give me the answers, and we're more sharing what have I been through, what have I done, and
Right.
how can this help you?
Right, exactly, exactly. And oh, I'm right. Yeah, I'm right there. I'm sold. Can you hang out?
Can we get a cup of tea now?
Yes. Yeah. So awesome. Now and gosh, and thank you for all of these two tidbits. Uh, and if you're watching, you can go back and listen again, just in case you can't get it all back. Anyway, but I know that you've got an offer for us. And if you could, and for those watching, this information will be in the content, the message
Yes.
from this, so you don't have to worry about that. But so tell us what you have for us today.
So that three-step pathway that I spoke about to you, I share with my high-level clients. It is the way to create a high revenue, simple structure business, the way I do it.
Hmm.
And I want to gift that to this community, actually. It's a free training. I'm actually gonna charge for it for the next, it's gonna be $88 in 48 hours, but I want to give it to your community as a gift. So if I give you that link, it'll be
Hmm.
available whenever.
Okay.
But basically, I break down this in that training and how you can do it and how you can make these shifts
Yeah.
and how you can, and what to do in your master classes, because that's a great example of a pathway that I use.
Hmm. Oh,
So you'll
awesome.
hear about my high level offer when you watch that training.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good.
That's
Thank
in
you.
that training. But
Yeah.
yes, it's more like I did it for my higher level clients as an example of a conversion event or a pathway.
Sure.
But
Sure.
I do teach those. So yes, you always get value because in those events, remember, we always give value.
Right. Ooh, sign me
So I
up.
will send you that link, Tara. Again,
Yep,
that came to me today. Today's
yep.
been a day full of
Appreciate,
stuff
oh,
coming to. I think I did a
very,
cold plunge. I'm in ketosis today, so I think a lot of bodily stuff is happening in my world. And so I literally changed the plan with Tara, and you've been so
well,
awesome to go with
oh,
it.
well,
And you
thank
know,
you. I think that's a super offer. Appreciates that so much. And so, you know, people watching, like I said, I'll have the link for the offer, in the content of this, and take advantage of that. My goodness. I mean, I, in my opinion, I can't learn enough, right? I can never learn enough. And, so
that's the
having,
growth mindset right there, the one we love. If you don't
yeah,
know something, just chill and
mhm,
just learn it
yeah,
slowly but surely.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, it's taken me 7 years and I'm learning every day. I'm in a
yeah,
freaking mastermind myself that I paid a
right?
fortune for,
Mhm.
making notes word by word, watching hours of training, still learning,
Yeah,
still
yeah.
growing. I don't
Well,
think we'll ever stop. So
we
that's
will not.
amazing.
When we stop, we're done here.
I think so. Yeah, I
I
think
know,
so
I
too.
hope that doesn't sound morbid, but it's true.
We'll keep
I'm
on
going to be
learning.
learning all the rest of my
Well,
life.
that's the 1% ambitious woman in the world, right? They keep on learning. So that's us right here.
Yeah. Ooh, thank you. Appreciate the
That's us.
compliment.
Yes.
All right. Well, doll, I am so glad you could come and be with me today. And, I'm just going to say this, anytime you have anything you want to share, you just connect with me because I'm there. I would love to have you back. And so thank you again. And
Thank
so, and
you, Tara. I
everyone
just am
else, look in
loving
the link. Look.
everything that you're doing.
Oh,
I'm
thank
just
you. Thank
absolutely
you.
loving everything you're doing.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
incredible. It's amazing.
Oh,
And it's such a privilege to watch your journey because I
mhm.
was there when it started.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah. Well, and yours as well.
incredible.
You've come, we worked together. It was quite a few years ago,
Uh,
and you've evolved. See, I used
yeah.
the word. I used
Evolve is a sticky word. I love it.
Mhm. All right, so thank you again for being here today. And again, if you're watching, click on the link below and, take advantage of this fabulous offer. So, thank you so much. Mm.
Be sure to join us next time, where we continue to cultivate feminine power, explore potential, and provide information and tools to elevate your life. In the meantime, visit our website at thefemininewave.org or follow us on our YouTube channel at The Feminine Wave to watch other episodes, share what resonated from today's episode, and suggest future topics. Your feedback is imperative in helping reach more women seeking to reclaim their essence. Until then, catch the swell of the feminine wave and continue creating the life you deserve. This is Tara Becker signing off. Take care, and we'll see you on the airwaves.